Hey guys, welcome to the Get Creative podcast. I'm your host, Justin Tumanowski. Find me at realestateJustin.com. We're here to break down the world of creative finance and success stories like my friend Andrew. He's an industry leader. He's here. He's a community member. He's a homie of mine. He's a good dude. He's one of the top community members.
Hey man, appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Yeah, um, quite the intro. Andrew Murray. I'm based out of here in New Jersey. Um, this deal specifically, a lot of moving parts, but I think from the beginning it really was me joining the community and not doing a whole lot. Kind of being overwhelmed and trying to take action, but taking, probably the wrong action, trying to do everything at once, not actually, stay laser focused. So, I eventually kind of just locked in and did what Pace was teaching us. And, you buy yourself into a community and a mentorship, and then you don't follow the instructions they give you and you wonder why it's not working. And I kind of slapped myself around and just started saying why don't you just do what he's saying? And that's what I did. I put myself out there. I started to, make a post, in the sub 2 community, hey, this is who I am. This is where I'm at. And I did it on the free Get Creative Facebook group as well. And, the great thing about that one is there's hundreds of thousands of people there. And I got this random phone call that said, hey, what's going on? It was a buddy from high school. He said, hey, what's going on, man? I'm reading this post online in this Facebook group and just wanted to make sure it's the same Andrew Murray that I went to high school with who's making this post. So I was laughing. I was like, that's crazy. So we chatted for a while. We ended up meeting for lunch the next week. And I just told him what I was doing and what I wanted and, what I was trying to accomplish. And he was on YouTube University of Creative Financing, right? So he was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe the depth of information that I was sharing with him. And, now he had some focus to this is what I'm supposed to actually be looking for. That kind of quickly parlayed into, being, locked into the community and getting introduced to another community member, Chris Craig, who was, highlighting, his strategy of bankruptcy and foreclosures and bankruptcy. And then, no kidding, 2 days later, I get a call back from Mark and he says, hey, I got this guy I was doing work for and he's walking away from his house. And it's 2 minutes from where you live. And I said, don't leave. I'll be right there. We go to his house. I have a conversation. The guy's like, I'm walking away. He's like, I don't care. I'm leaving. I'm done. He had a business that went belly up in COVID, unfortunately, massive liens on the house. So he was so underwater. There was nothing he was going to do. Fortunately, he got divorced as well. So it was just this massive spiral of motivation. And he's like, do whatever you got to do. If you're going to help me and, avoid foreclosure, sure. That sounds like a better option than just walking away. Do what you got to do. And man, we went through it was 9 months of, bankruptcy and getting these liens dropped off. And, now we're in the final stages of flipping the house. And, it's me, a friend from high school who's doing a lot of the work as the GC. Chris, who's just an industry expert of the, he's an enrolled agent. So fighting the taxes and stuff that I'm still even what does this mean? But it's just a creative way of getting deals and finding opportunities that are out there that I didn't even know existed before I met with Craig. But yeah, it was just it was an awesome way to, put myself out there, tell everybody what I wanted, have the universe respond and say, dude, I'm in construction. My buddy in high school is a GC. So he's working on houses all the time. And he's like, okay, now I know, I'm working on someone's deck. It's an old lady. The house is decrepit. He's like, I don't even know why they're spending money on the deck. And now he calls and says, hey, I got this deck job. Do you want to call? Things like that now are happening through this. So he's helped elevate me, but I've helped elevate him in his business and his opportunities and the way he's looking at these jobs are now not just jobs. So we'll be closing probably on this flip within the next month. And, knock on wood, it's a 6-digit flip. So it's going to be a nice profit. It's going to change their business. It's going to help out me significantly. But yeah, just the experience is fantastic.
So good, dude. So wait, I guess, and what you're saying is you did this all alone. You came in and you're like, I don't need anybody. I'm going to do it alone. Obviously, we didn't hear that, but like, bro,
Yeah.
you did not have to have all the tools in the tool belt. You had to have one tool. The one tool was to get out of your own effing way
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and then allow Chris to come in, which I've had a conversation with early on because my knowledge in bankruptcy and my personal house came from a bankruptcy and a foreclosure auction. And I purchased it there and just grassroots learned that the back end. And when I met Chris, I'm like, damn, this dude is, I thought I knew some shiz.
Yeah.
He knows some shiz. And we sat on the phone for like 3 hours one night, like a couple of like gossiping,
Yeah.
little teenage girls on the phone.
Absolutely.
And it was wild. And dude, he's so smart. Shout out Chris Craig. And so great community member doing some high level things. And then dude, you extended your hand down to Mark, an old acquaintance, friend, person. And you're like, yo, come on, let's do this. Like, I'll show you how to do this. You didn't say, hey, most people be like, how do I buy him out? How do I just get this dude out of the deal? How do I snake it from him? How do I like get out of this as cheap as possible? Nah, dude, you're like, let me show you how to do this. Like, get the popcorn ready, get the lazy boy out because this is going to be an event to watch.
Yeah. No,
and
yeah, it's
shout out to you, dude, for doing that.
It's what it's taught me.
And that's what PACE taught all of us, which is you and I understand that, like, bro, that's so good to us. Like, I'm forever grateful, and I know you are.
Yeah.
And then Mark gets to go tell someone's going to see what he's doing. And that, guys, that's what you're not understanding is social media, telling people what you do, showing people what you do. You don't have to be braggadocious. You just got to talk about what's real, and just show it. We fail forward. And then Mark puts it out. Someone sees his thing that maybe, his wife's friend or something says, hey, I saw your husband doing something. I have this opportunity. Boom, another opportunity. And people don't understand. They're like, I don't know how to get deals. I don't know how to do opportunities because you're not being resourceful and you're not going out of your own way to tell people what you're doing. So no one knows what you're doing. And Andrew, bro, you got to stop me because I'm going to rattle on.
I know. No, it's all good. No, but like
you're
right on this because there's that. But like the house across the street went for sale. So I said, it went up and I think was sold in like 2 weeks. So I called that agent and I'm like, who else you got? What other buyers you have? Because there's no way you come in and sell it in 2 weeks and you only got one buyer, right? There was like bidding wars. So that was really good. And now, but what I did with that was I said, listen, I'm interested in your buyers list, but I'm 6 months away from being able to sell this house because of everything we were going through. But now I brought her into the house. I explained to her how we acquired the property, melted her brain, but also opened up the opportunity of like, she can now go and look at, somebody and say, I can get your house sold. Like, I now also have this. Like, I'm been talking with her about set up a luncheon. Like, let me help you talk to everybody in your office and say, like, what you guys are missing? You are missing opportunities to make yourself more money, to get more listings, to be a top broker by just providing this. So it was like that one thing. She was like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? She brought her son in. She's like, you have to hear this story. He's a young guy. I'm looking at him like, get on board, dude. Like,
yeah, dude, come here, Junior.
You're a young dude. Like I could drop some knowledge for you and really, you'd probably leave this agency behind and do what I'm doing. But like, hey, that's a great, also tool to have. So yeah, that's it. I'm just trying to continuously take even just this one opportunity. And it's obviously one story, but there's multiple, octopus arms that you could reach out to elevate and create more opportunity just off of this one story alone. So yeah, that's
isn't that good? And bro, the brokerage part too. I've spoken at some brokerages and agents and friends of mine that are local in the New England market and stuff. Isn't that something else too, huh? So like guys, any agents out there and brokers, if you're in New England, I'd say from New England all the way down to like Jersey, Eastern PA, you need to hit up Andrew and you need to say, yo, hey, I heard you on the podcast. How do we get in front of my agents? How do I get in front of my brokerage? Or I'm an agent with a brokerage that they're pretty flexible. They're starting to see the ways I've heard of Pace. I've heard of Pace Morby. I've heard of Creative Finance. And dude, we'll have a luncheon. I know you would, bring a platter of sandwiches and,
Yeah, gladly.
have a little 45 minutes, hour, show some success stories, show how agents get paid. That's it. An agent wants to just know how they're going to get paid. So as long as they understand that this isn't a wholesaler that's going to cut them out or steal the deal. No. Quite opposite. You are going to end up with another client, another investor who's going to give you just like a fix and flipper and you listing all his fix and flips. Maybe you get, you're going to get 7 deals a year from that fix and flipper, 10 deals a year because you list them all. Same thing with an investor, dog. You just need to go share the opportunities. And time again, we're paying agents who bring us opportunities and we teach them. You teach them. And
it's a partnership. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I'm not looking for someone to bring me deals so I can get rich. I'm looking for people to partner with and do deals with consistently and help them elevate their business, help me elevate my business. But we're all winning at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. I can't see every market all the time and be physically there. So being able to partner with agents and people in every single local market helps all of us, helps me get a better understanding of exactly what's happening in each market and, helps them get rid of a deal. How many agents have deals that are sitting on market for 120 plus days? Like, please reach out to me. We'll find a solution to get that off the books. You don't let that go expired. Nobody makes money when something expires, so reach out and let's figure out a solution to, make this work.
Love that, dude. That's a mic drop right there. So Andrew, if I can switch gears for a hot second.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about a little bit of coming into the community. I don't know this answer. Did you know about Abraham Gray first? Or did you know about Pace Morby first? Or
I knew about Pace first, but quickly got associated with Abraham just because he's a fantastic dude, first off, but he's pivotal in our community. And when I had first joined, I was doing a lot of non-action taking and learning, right? I was reading everything. I was watching every Zoom because I needed to know everything before I got started, just like everybody, right? And at the end of the day, I was actually learning a lot and I was doing nothing with what I was learning. So like how practical? Not, right? And actually Abraham came into my life through a conference that he was going to be at in Newark. And when I was there, I went there, right? And actually Abraham did a Zoom, as a little promo for it in our regional community, just trying to get people that were in the New York, New Jersey, PA region to come out to that, event. And I didn't really know what was going on. All I know is there were a lot of people were always saying like, bring value, like, do something for somebody, make a difference and they'll remember you. And Abraham was great because I'm like, what do I do for this guy? Right. He's got a ton, he's super successful. I'm still like learning my way. I'm a little minnow. Right. But I was able to just ask one little weird question when he came onto our Zoom, which was like, he talked about his background, which started in like selling sports cards. And I just didn't know what else to ask the guy. So I said, what's your favorite sports card? And he told me it was a 93 rookie Marino, or I think that was the year, a rookie, Dan Marino rookie card. And I'm like, that's it. Like, that's it. That's the only thing I know that I can do. So like I went to the event, I bought him a graded sports card of Dan Marino rookie graded from PSA. And I just brought it to him. And I said, like, it was really a sentimental thing because I didn't have any properties to give him. I didn't have any business to sell him. I had no real value to bring him at the moment other than just kind of touch him sentimentally. And I gave him a card that, tugged on his heartstrings of being a child and how all of this started for him. I mean, he's uber successful now. But that was kind of his roots, and it made an impact to where, like, I know if I see him, we're, handshakes and hugs, right? And super cool. And I made like that impact, and just that little type of action also gave me confidence to now like go and do everything. I'm like, okay, it's like, just ask questions, just be a normal person. And it's not always about, hey, do I have a business or a property to sell to this person to make them rich? It's like, can I be a friend and be a good person and, just touch them on a personal level and make a connection. And now like that connection is like, if I really need something and Abraham is the answer, I could call him and I would be comfortable calling him. I would be comfortable sending him an email. And I think he would see my name and be like, I remember that sports card, and I remember that moment. And for me, was so invaluable.
And it gives you the opportunity to, you're providing value. It's not disingenuine. What it is, you're just connecting with another human. Like you said, I like how you said, I didn't have any business to give him. I didn't have something to sell him. But at the end of the day, you were selfless in the fact that you're like, you thought of someone else. I love that so much. And it comes down to, guys, you don't have to be an asshole. We all too often, there are people that come in there, they just ask questions, they demand things. I think someone said yesterday is like, are you in sub 2? It's like, how about hello, how are you? I don't even know who are you? What is going on here? And you don't respond that way. Humans don't want to respond that way. And yeah, so kudos to you for that. And yeah, you're going to do something that impacts him. He's going to remember you. And all too often, everyone's taking from him, but not ever trying to give. And again, you can go reach out to someone and don't ask, hey, what do I do? And I know we've made clones, we've made YouTube videos for this, have like how to approach someone on this, where it's, and step in at any time, but really it's like, hey, how do I bring you value? Justin, hey, how do I bring you value? Andrew, how do I bring you value? Well, I don't know anything about you. Thank you for asking. Absolutely love it. But how about this? What are you good at? What's your avatar? And then go to someone, guys. So if take that little takeaway is maybe go watch the Avatar series on YouTube. I think it's all free. And then figure out what you are. You're a buyer, connector, bird dog, cater. I mean, gosh, there's so many of them. And then you go, hey, I'm really good I love talking to people. I'll go door knock. I'll go on the phones. I'll rip seller calls. I got 4 hours a day. How do you utilize me? Well, if I need you or someone else does, and I know they need you, I will point you in the right direction. I just have to say that because it correlates with that.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean, so there's a few things. It's like, first off, it's always like, how bad do you want something? There's an answer to everything if you want something bad enough. And it's, again, that part of that story is not to say like, go find something that I like and gift me something. Like, that's not
houses and money
going to do it either. Right. Sure. I'll take a gift, but that doesn't mean that's the end game. Like, right. There's a lot of ways to connect with me, right? Like, I love deals. I love doing deals. I love helping people. I love helping other people get deals. I know right now I'm helping somebody get their first deal in Indiana that, is super, through a challenge in the group where I just stepped up to be a closer. And, now I'm helping get somebody a deal. It's fantastic. It actually makes me so happy. They're so grateful. They're like telling our TC, like, how, like, she's like, you're famous. I'm like, I'm not famous. She's like, this lady loves you, and I'm like, I love her because it's amazing.
Well, you're extending your hand to someone who is reaching out as well, and you're pulling them up and saying, get up here on this mountain, get up here on this hilltop with me, stand here with me. I'm not above you. Now we're here in the mountain together. We're here at the top of this hill together. Your TCs, I know you have a TC business, and I understand that they respect you tremendously. But that also is the reason why you're also successful is because of your TCs. The TCs do a freaking phenomenal job from what I've seen.
Oh,
and
unbelievable. Yeah.
And it's like, so now you look good with her. Like the circle is good. So now, because you just surround yourself, guys, with good people. So keep surrounding yourself with good people. And then someone shows a bad hand, bad trait. Maybe they excuse themselves, and you keep surrounding yourself with good people. And then on top of helping people, bro, I think I saw you like, dude, you're JVing. All right. So you've got a bunch of JVs. You're not giving yourself the credit that you need. You're speaking at workshops. You're speaking on, you're going on these Zooms and doing all sorts of things within the community. You did the rap series inside the community. You think about it, when you really start to look back and step back and go, damn, it is a value exchange, given to get. And as long as you give, they're getting, you don't even think about it. It just naturally starts to come too. That's the recipe. And yeah, so like catch me up to speed on all that. Like if someone was going to, like, where are you looking for deals if you're JVing with someone? Because are you going to do a JV in like South Dakota? Probably not.
We'll help dispo a deal in South Dakota.
Dang, dog.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I could help on the dispo side nationwide for sure. We'll help look at the deal. I'm not going to just take every deal, right? We need to make sure it's a sellable deal. And if it's South Dakota, like, probably got to be a good deal, right? But yeah, the best way really, Creative Deal Depot is my site, where we can really touch on a lot of things, which is like, if you need help with TC, if you need help with acquisitions or closing, or you need help to get a deal sold, creativedealdepot.com is, kind of our full suite to help, investors get more deals, really, help other people be successful, and that. But yeah, on the buy side, like, if there's anything in New Jersey, Eastern PA, I want to see it. We're buying
Creatively,
good cash deals, right? We'll do flips. So, but yeah, creatively on the buy, if you got a good cash deal that can be flipped, I would love to see it. Obviously up in New England, the Sun Belt states, the Carolinas, if you guys got deals in that area, I would love to see them. For, as I said, for the buy and hold on our side, or, to get them dispoed, get them sold, have a lot of confidence in basically the whole East Coast, really. But yeah, New England, New Jersey, PA, Sunbelt states, that's kind of our sweet spot right now.
Dope. Yeah, that's great, dude. And it's like, it is that, being a mecca, being a conduit, and a lot of first timers. I know there's a No One Left Behind challenge that Pace is doing right now.
Yep.
Big old challenge.
Yep.
So there's a lot of folks getting their first deals. And I think that's the whole thing. And I think it's going to kick off again. I don't know the dates, and I should know them, but on the next podcast.
There's going to be one in November, and then there's going to be the in-person ones, I think, in December it's going to be. So.
Heck yeah. All right. I know I'll get involved in one of them.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Dude, love that so much. So New Jersey, Eastern PA, New England, singles, cash, small multifamily, I'm sure.
Please on the multifamilies, yes.
Yeah. Would you call it micro multifamily?
I would. Yeah. I'm not looking for the large syndicate 300 unit guys. No, I'm looking for the small micro family under 30, probably 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Love those. Up to 30. Nothing crazy large syndicate wise.
Love that. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, I wanted to touch real quick, which was like, I know I kind of gave everybody, hey, if you have deals, I would love to help you. But I think there's a lot of, there's a big piece of this, which is like, what do you do if you don't have deals? And for me, it was like, at the beginning of the story, maybe I should have touched on it then, was like getting in the right rooms. Like that time I got to meet Abraham and have that whole exchange, I actually went to an event. I paid a ticket to be at that was a 3-day event, but to get in the rooms, because if it's not 1A, it's like 1B of how to be successful in life. Really, real estate investing is our avenue, but in life is just to surround yourself with the right people. And I can say this wholeheartedly, any deal or anything successfully I have done since day one has come through the power of collaboration and teaming up and working with other people in the community. I did nothing but spend money and lose money trying to do things by myself. And the second I actually cleared my mind and adjusted how I was looking at this thing by asking for help and going and getting in the right rooms and staying laser focused at what I was good at and teaming up with the other people and letting them do what I wasn't good at, everything changed business
Yeah.
skyrocketed, the deals I was doing. And I say that because like I'm going to be speaking at an event in Boston in November. Like that's a fantastic room to get into. If you don't have deals right now to send and to be, JVing on, or you need help with, go get in the right room and go talk with the wholesalers, go talk with other people that are doing it successfully. Go find people that when you do have a deal, you know where to bring it to, right? You get in one of those rooms and you could have a 5-minute conversation with one person that gives you the nugget that you needed to get over the hump and start taking like real action. So like that event, I saw what is going to happen at this event. I'm speaking at it. It's going to be insane. So much value. I don't even know how I don't know how it works. So much value from those tickets. But it's really, the tickets are one thing. The content of what's going to be talked about is another. But the room, the hallways, you hear it all the time. Anyone who's successful, the hallway conversations are what make or break people being successful. So like get out to those events and meet your potentially future business partner.
Well, you pay in, bro. That's so good. And like, we're gonna wrap this up with that. Dude, so good, because I've been in these rooms even with Pace, and I go and I said to him, "This is $1 million conversation you're giving me right now." And the price of entry was, for me, it was like, I go, like, take my wallet right now. Go run every card. I owe you everything. I can't pay you enough, but you have to show up with the intention of that. And like, you got, holy moly, dude.
Yeah.
And you're so right. But you have, and then not even if you're in creative, if you're not even in the community and you're on the outside of the community and you're like, maybe I can't do this. Let me go get an education. Let me go learn creative finance. Let me go monetize a couple of these deals in my pipeline that are like kind of in limbo, because all I'm doing is cash. And probably go spend $1,000, whatever it is, $500. I don't know what the tickets are, and then you go and either meet someone that's going to help you get these things over the finish line. Then you got creative deals under your belt. Then you just monetized it. You made another connection. You probably made another business partner or associate. And now you have money in your pocket to go to more events, more education, then higher level rooms.
Absolutely.
You pay to be in the rooms because they're filtered environments.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to sit in a room with free people. I don't want free anything. Free means you're going to get time wasted.
Yep. Meetups are great. Love meetups. But it's, you aren't going to find long-term success hanging out with a free event in a park like you will when you dive into a room with people who are all there to be incredibly intentional, that have higher level plan. Dude, sometimes I think like I got goals and then I get in one of those rooms and I'm like, what a little, like I need to step it up. Right. And just those, surrounding yourself with people like that show you, I'm not uncomfortable enough. I need more. I need to level up. And, just that, push alone is going to change like 2025 for me. Right. So, yeah.
Love that, dude.
Rooms, man.
Well, bro, we're at time. So how do people get a hold of you? How do people get to go to your, to see you speak? How do we get your Instagram handles? Where do you want people to go?
Yeah. So the Instagram is Andrew Murray, REI, pretty simple. Facebook, obviously Andrew Murray, not the tennis player. So if you see a tennis player, that's not me. That's Andy Murray from like,
he's a hack. He's a hack.
Yeah, he's a bum. But yeah, Creative Deal Depot is the best way to like work with our team, whether it's TC, acquisitions, dispositions, marketing, lending. I do a lot of private money lending. So, if you need money on a deal, come holler at us. And then the event in November 16th, 17th in Boston, you can go to learncreativerealestate.com. You'll see a layout of pretty much what to expect at the event. You can purchase your ticket right there. And yeah, man, let's do it. I want to see that room.
Dope.
Got my wife, my family coming up for that one. So like, yeah, it's a family event,
So good, man. Well, bro, we went from a really high level deal that we didn't get too deep into it, but I know about some of the back end of it.
Yeah.
But really cool that you had a community member win all around. You brought some people up. And then, dude, we turned this into a mindset and like positivity of like taking action.
Yeah.
And I think that was pretty dope, and naturally just progressed that way. So I respect the hell out of you. You've said it all. And guys, I hope you got some value from this. Please go check out Andrew's socials. Go check out everything he said. Go give this, follow him, but also give Pace Morby some love, please. Go tell him if you're getting some value from this, please go make a comment, like, subscribe, whatever you got to do to make this podcast, the best real estate business podcast out there. And guys, thank you so much for listening to the Get Creative podcast. I'm your host, Justin Tumanowski. You can find me at realestatejustin.com.